young people from all over the world transform communities with service on World Adventist Youth Day 2025. On the border between Thailand and Myanmar, volunteers help children displaced by war. In South America, thousands of volunteers participate in cleaning and environmental projects. In the United States, the Adventist community distributes food to people in vulnerable situations. University students offer free health services in 2 countries through the Expo Sauda project. Watch these stories and others on this retrospective episode of ANN. In Florida, United States, the Patmos Seventh-day Adventist Church transformed the lives of thousands of people in vulnerable situations. Driven by love for others, the church distributed food to the local community. Let's go to Asia, where a tragedy has mobilized global attention. A magnitude 7.7 earthquake struck Myanmar and Thailand, leaving thousands dead, injured, and missing. ADRA and the Seventh-day Adventist Church organized a rapid humanitarian response, bringing aid and hope to the affected communities.
Scenes of devastation marked the streets of Myanmar and Thailand. The quake, felt as far as China and India, caused massive destruction. Roads, bridges, hospitals, churches, and homes were reduced to ruins. Thousands are dead, tens of thousands are injured or displaced, and hundreds remain missing. Millions of lives have been affected. ADRA responded immediately and is now on the ground, with emergency teams distributing food, clean water, shelter kits, medical care, and emotional support. Despite blocked roads and damaged infrastructure, volunteers continue reaching isolated and vulnerable communities. Adventist Mission is also raising donations through the Hope in Crisis campaign to support displaced families. Church buildings have become shelters and relief centers. Amid loss, the response has been one of active faith. The church is present with hands that help, hearts that pray, and a global network that answers.
To learn how you can help, visit adra.org or contact your local Seventh-day Adventist Church. The most destructive wildfires in South Korea's history caused a humanitarian crisis in 2025. Entire forests were destroyed, and homes, crops, and lives were deeply affected. Volunteers from the Adventist Humanitarian Agency, ADRA, and local churches worked to bring relief to the affected communities.
The fires began in rural areas and quickly spread, driven by strong winds and dry vegetation. Entire forests were consumed. Thousands of residents were forced to flee their homes. Dozens were injured, and hundreds now face the reality of displacement. Among those affected are members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, lay leaders, new believers, and families exploring the faith. Many lost everything: homes, belongings, and their means of livelihood. Some were preparing for baptism, others had just begun their journey of faith. Even in the midst of destruction, faith and solidarity are growing stronger. Local churches mobilized to support one another, offering shelter, prayer, and comfort. ADRA Korea is on the ground, providing emergency support. Food, medicine, and essential items are being delivered. In shelters, members and volunteers are coming together in prayer, service, and in the living hope found in Jesus Christ.
The Seventh-day Adventist Church and ADRA work together to assist those in need. Your prayer and support are important. Visit adra.org to learn more. Around the world, young people mobilize to share love with local communities through Global Youth Day. In the South Pacific region, young people showed that Global Youth Day goes far beyond an event. It is a true mobilization of service.
Happy Global Youth Day.
Happy Global Youth Day.
So whose story are we getting now? So we're having the story from the Enmore Fijian youth and
Hoxton Park Youth.
Adventist youth prepared hearty meals. They also studied the Bible and, inspired by words of wisdom, wrote colorful notes with messages of encouragement. They also created posters emphasizing the importance of mental and spiritual health. Children, youth, and adults came together to distribute meals to the homeless in their city. They gathered in public spaces to sing, pray, and spread the love that Christ teaches us to have for others.
In South America, thousands of young people participated in service actions, promoting transformation in their communities through cleaning and environmental care efforts in Peru.
With brooms and trash bags in hand, the youth caught the curious and interested eyes of those around. In a collective effort, they cleaned parks, beaches, and neighborhoods, leaving the mark of Christianity that cares about the environment and their local community. Following the theme, Together on the Move, the volunteers improved the environment they live in and connected with the community, promoting values of service and care for the planet. The project took place in cities like Lima, Chimbote, and Huacho, reflecting how Seventh-day Adventist youth are transforming the world around them with unity and effort, ensuring cleaner and more welcoming spaces.
In the Solomon Islands, Adventist youth provided support, healthcare, and hope to communities in extreme need.
In the archipelago, life is marked by scarcity in many aspects. The Solomon Islands face significant challenges, with many communities living in precarious conditions and limited access to essential services. During Global Youth Day, a group of youth came together to provide assistance to several of these communities, including remote villages, offering practical help and hope. Through the Bucket Ministry, they distributed essential kits to needy families and conducted preventive screenings for diabetes and hypertension. The youth also provided guidance on healthy eating, promoting health care in areas with limited access to doctors and hospitals. A collective cleanup effort revitalized a community space, and the visits to the villages also brought medical assistance, moments of prayer, solidarity, and love. These actions demonstrate how faith, transformed into concrete action to meet people's needs, can make a great difference, improving quality of life and bringing hope for the future through the love of Jesus.
The South Asia region is composed of countries such as India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. Young people in these areas have led initiatives to do something special for their communities. Despite the challenges in regions with limited infrastructure and resources, they have dedicated themselves to meeting the needs of hundreds of people.
Among the most impactful actions, the youth visited homes for children with disabilities, bringing love and joy, while also offering companionship and care to the elderly in nursing homes. They also dedicated time to students in schools for the visually impaired, spreading understanding and the hope of a present God. In Thrissur, an important city in India, known as a cultural and religious hub, Adventist youth mobilized to help marginalized populations, such as transgender individuals, offering support and care. In remote areas, the youth organized essential medical campaigns, providing health care. In underserved communities, such as slums, the youth promoted health and hygiene education, and, with a simple gesture of attention and love, distributed slippers and food to the homeless. They also delivered basic hygiene kits, alleviating resource shortages and restoring dignity to many families. These actions renewed hope and faith in life, both for those who give and those who receive attention and care.
Praise God, from whom all blessings flow.
Let's make Global Youth Day a lifestyle rather than an event, being the hands and feet of Jesus Christ.
In Australia, young people excelled by joining forces to support the most vulnerable in their region. Their solidarity mobilized volunteers who came together to serve. In the Asia-Pacific region, thousands of Seventh-day Adventist youth have come together in service projects, distributing food, books, and gestures of kindness. Follow this tour through 5 countries and see how the youth made a difference in the communities.
Hello everybody, Pastor Dan Stokovich here. I hope you're doing well. I just want to take these few moments and just give you a short story from the beautiful city of Sydney. And despite its beauty, like every other big city, it has its own problems, and that is there are still people who are struggling with homelessness and many other problems. And so today on the Global Youth Day 2025, amazing group of young people here from Parramatta, from Guadalupe Park, from Filipino International Blacktown, from quite a few churches came together, from the Freedom Riot came here to support one another, share some food, clean some rubbish, and at the same time really be the hands and the feet.
Hi, we've just seen this bakery across the street from us. They've come and donated a bunch of bread and pastries for us to share around. So, you know, this community love is reaching out to everybody.
That's right.
We're collaborating with people that aren't even from our churches, which is lovely to see.
Oh, wow.
We're going to pick up rubbish right now, and we are also giving out food and clothes. It's been amazing, right?
Yes, it has been quite amazing.
So these two young people volunteered.
Amazing volunteers right here.
In the Asia-Pacific region, thousands of Seventh-day Adventist youth have come together in service projects, distributing food, books, and gestures of kindness. Follow this tour through 5 countries and see how the youth made a difference in the communities.
In Vietnam, where religious freedom is restricted, Adventist youth face challenges in sharing their faith. During Global Youth Day, they mobilized to serve the community, distributing food and literature. In Bali, Indonesia, the Hang Tuah Seventh-day Adventist Church distributed takjil, small meals offered to motorcyclists as a gesture of generosity. In Sulawesi, books and fresh fruit were shared. In the Philippines, Adventist youth took part in service initiatives across cities, visiting families, singing, and distributing essential goods, healthcare, and educational materials. In Singapore, youth reached out to those who had drifted away from the church, offering support and reaffirming everyone's place in the community. In Malaysia, youth distributed health screening invitations and collected trash.
In Egypt, young people led a service project during the Global Youth Day.
In Egypt, the Seventh-day Adventist Church has been experiencing a great transformation in its youth ministry. The local youth leader shared how the group has grown over the past few years. He and his wife arrived to Egypt 10 years ago when there were no active young people in the congregation. But over time, through prayer and connections with African students, a small group was formed, which has since grown into an active ministry, with youth from various parts of Africa participating in church activities. Recently, the youth ministry has also managed to include new members, with 4 people joining the church in recent years. Global Youth Day was filled with activities, including gardening projects, and even the creation of a new children's room in the church. Through service, God's message of hope is slowly reaching people.
In Ohio, United States, Russian and Ukrainian members of an Adventist church gathered to pray and worship side by side. In Jesus, they found a bond of peace and reconciliation despite the challenges their home countries are currently facing.
The story begins in a small Seventh-day Adventist church in Cleveland, Ohio, where Russian and Ukrainian members come together in unity. In March 2022, Pastor Gennady Kasap arrived in Cleveland from Moscow after the war began. Kasap faced initial resistance from some Ukrainian members who had difficulties accepting a Russian pastor. But over time, the congregation united, and the church became a place of inclusion, with services held in both Russian and Ukrainian. The church has grown, adding members from diverse backgrounds. Even with the language barrier, everyone strives to respect differences and work together. Today, the congregation is an example of how faith can overcome the hatred caused by conflict. In addition to religious and spiritual celebrations, members help each other, offering material and emotional support. Currently, the church has more than 40 members who support one another, regardless of their national origin. The motto, "Heaven for All," has been the strength that unites the people. Members from both sides, Russian and Ukrainian, share a common history of peaceful coexistence, strengthened by a Christian bond that goes beyond political divisions. The church in Cleveland continues to be a symbol of unity and Christian love amidst the pain and suffering caused by the war.
In 2025, Global Youth Day, an annual event of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, united young people from all over the world in acts of service and solidarity. In Southeast Asia, on the border between Thailand and Myanmar, the youth helped children displaced by the civil war.
The Adventist youth movement has reached the Thailand-Myanmar border, where hundreds of refugee children found shelter from the civil war. Many found hope and safety in a local Adventist school. In response, Mission House and Adventist International University stepped in on Global Youth Day to improve the facilities welcoming these children.
The first time we came with the team, right, from AIU, we came here, and then the children, they're already happy to see us. And then the second thing that I really like touch my heart is when we preparing them new bed sheet, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the children just come and then like help us without even we try to telling them what to do. And this is very touching for me because, I mean, most of the time I met children that not like this, okay? They very shy, but these children, even though language barrier is there, but never mind. They just come and then help, and then they're very happy and then loving and then having fun together with us, and it's very special for me.
Between the peaceful natural surroundings of the river and the harsh reality of war in Myanmar, survival is a struggle. Missionaries brought hope to children and caregivers. Yet, in an unexpected turn, those who came to help also learned valuable lessons.
I thought I come here to give love and to help, but I think I get help from the kids because their smile and their love and their pure heart actually heals my problems in my life. And I really think doesn't matter is this school or the other one in the riverside, even though they are in the refuge camp, they are under danger, but they are very rich in love. They are very rich in spiritual, and they are very rich in happiness.
Those who do not live to serve do not deserve to live. With this in mind, Global Youth Day fulfilled its mission. An Adventist youth is a missionary.
2 women facing diabetes and stomach cancer found hope at the Emerson Clinic. This NGO, founded by a doctor and his wife, promotes healing through healthy habits inspired by the principles of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
My name is Sharon Ziesmer, and I live in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. That's our retirement place, my husband and I. So we are enjoying the country life for the first time and really being able to really grow our things that we wanted to have our orchard, to have our animals. We have chickens. We eat a plant-based diet. I discovered that I had diabetes, and it ran in my family. My mother had it, her mother had it. I thought that it would pass me because for some reason I thought that I was immune to it because of my plant-based diet, but I later understood that I couldn't just use the oils freely like I was using them, thinking that I could just eat whatever I wanted to eat. Dr. Emerson discovered it when I was at a camp. He had me come in, to talk to him about it, and then he tells me, and I was just kind of in shock. But I don't want to die of diabetes complications like my mother did.
My name is Wendy Vasquez. I was born in Mexico City. I've been here in the United States for almost 23 years. As of December 2023, I began to have coughing problems, a very strong cough. And I thought it was the COVID I had. It lasted me a long time. My voice began to change. I went to the doctor and she sent me to do some studies. And in those studies, it came out that I had 2 fibroids inside my stomach. They sent me to do surgery, so I decided to look for a person specialized in fibroids and who would do it more naturally. When I contacted that doctor, he told me that those fibroids that I had, he didn't recognize them as fibroids, and he was a specialist in that, so he referred me to the Christiana Hospital, and Christiana is a hospital where they are cancer specialists.
When I started following the things that Dr. Emerson and his clinic had prescribed, it wasn't hard. I feel very good about the results.
My stomach was full of fluid and began to realize every time I spoke I couldn't breathe. And is that CAT scan, when I went to the hospital, they detected that I already had cancer. I took it on the bright side because I had my 4 children, my husband, and my parents with me as well. I said, but I'm going to heal. Many people from different churches knew me and began to come to visit me at my home. From among them, a pastor who told me about Dr. Emerson and his clinic. He gave us the opportunity to come here and take the treatment. Thank God, this treatment that Dr. Emerson is giving me has helped me a lot. It has raised my defenses a lot. Tomorrow, I receive the second chemotherapy, and that is why I am here taking the vitamin to strengthen my immune system and have more strength for tomorrow.
I've been so impacted, and I believe that everybody can do this and that it should be duplicated in all homes. And so I'm hoping to educate people as well. I teach them hydrotherapy, and I teach them a lot of the things that they will need to know, the basic things. Actually, I'm getting ready to do another clinic where I'm going to do a joint pain clinic, and I'm hoping, it just opens up minds and hearts. I hope that this motivates people.
Churches across Nepal celebrated the International Day of Prayer for Women, recognizing their importance in building community, unity, and support. The event also paid tribute to female leaders, encouraging them to continue inspiring and promoting good in their communities. Students from River Plate Adventist University brought health and hope to communities in Argentina and other countries, thanks also to partnerships with local churches and city halls. Through the Expo Sauda project, they offered free health services in cities and public events, including a special edition held in Dallas, United States.
The Health Expo's main objective is to deliver a message of hope through the 8 natural names, in a practical, safe and free manner as well. The idea of the Health Expo is to work together with the community, with the society we are in, for example, here in Varadar. We also work together not only with the AMEDD missionary group, but also with the municipality and the local church. It is a collaborative, multidisciplinary effort that must have support not only from the church, but also from society. Our main goal is to convey, as mentioned at the beginning, a message of hope. And for that reason, we always conclude with the plan of hope, delivering a message of hope that is biblically based. People who step away do so precisely because of the idea of being able to take care of their health, not only physical and mental, but also spiritual, which is important.
Well, the truth is that throughout my studies, I really enjoy coming to the Health Expo because I believe it's a way to put into practice the things I learn. And this is even before I graduate. I also love it because it's a way to share God's love through health. Many times, these are simple, basic tips, but they truly make a difference, and we can share what God wants for our lives through health.
In Brazil, a woman dedicated 18 years to teach the Bible voluntarily. As part of the mission of the Seventh-day Adventist Church to spread the gospel, Marcia Aparecida de Silva found purpose in using her talents to share hope with others.
Marcia's journey began when she was invited to assist church visitors in navigating the Bible and understanding church dynamics. This opportunity led her to take on the role of leading the visiting class, where she discovered her true calling. As part of the Seventh-day Adventist Church's broader mission to spread the gospel, Marcia now teaches at Espaço Novo Tempo in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, welcoming people from all backgrounds. She personalizes her approach to meet the diverse needs of those seeking spiritual guidance. With the support of an assistant, she can dedicate more time to preparing studies and mentoring students. Beyond teaching, discipleship has profoundly impacted Marcia's own faith. She believes in living what she preaches, emphasizing that sharing the biblical message is not just about knowledge, but about embodying its principles in daily life. Her story highlights the powerful role of ordinary people who commit their time and resources to evangelism, contributing to a global effort to spread the gospel.
These were the stories that impacted the Global Adventist Church in 2025. To learn more about the Adventist Church, visit adventist.org, and to find the latest news updates, visit our website, adventist.news. Until next time, take care.